Welcome to the mighty Persian Empire, ruled by the great King Xerxes. His vast kingdom stretched from India to Ethiopia. But today, we're going to focus on two remarkable women, Queen Vashti and the one who would replace her, Queen Esther. King Xerxes loved to showcase his wealth and power. He threw grand feasts that lasted for days, inviting nobles, officials, and the best of Persia. During one of these feasts, a major event took place that changed the course of history. During this lavish feast, King Xerxes, in high spirits, sent for Queen Vashti. He wanted to show off her beauty to his guests, but Queen Vashti refused to appear before the king, causing a stir in the royal court. When the king heard of Vashti's refusal, he was furious. His advisors warned that her defiance could inspire other women to disobey their husbands. So King Xerxes made the difficult decision to remove Vashti as queen. With Queen Vashti gone, King Xerxes needed a new queen. His advisors suggested a kingdom-wide search for the most beautiful young women to be brought to the palace. Among them was a young Jewish woman named Esther. Esther was raised by her cousin Mordecai after her parents died. Mordecai was a wise and kind man, and he advised Esther to hide her Jewish identity as she entered the palace. Esther was not only beautiful, but also humble and obedient. Once inside the palace, Esther quickly won the favor of Hegai, the man in charge of the women. He provided her with the best beauty treatments and gave her special privileges. Esther's grace and humility stood out from all the others. After a year of preparation, Esther was presented to King Xerxes. When the king saw Esther, he was captivated by her beauty and kindness. He placed the royal crown on her head, and Esther became the new queen of Persia. Though she was now queen, Esther kept her Jewish heritage a secret, as Mordecai had advised. Meanwhile, Mordecai discovered a plot against the king and warned Esther, who in turn saved the king's life. At the same time, a powerful official named Haman rose in the king's court. Haman hated the Jews, especially Mordecai, who refused to bow to him. Furious, Haman convinced the king to sign a decree to destroy all the Jews in the empire. When Mordecai learned of the decree, he was devastated. He sent a message to Esther, urging her to plead with the king for her people. But Esther was afraid. Approaching the king without an invitation could mean death. Esther knew she had to act. With great courage, she decided to risk her life to save her people. She asked Mordecai and the Jews to fast and pray for her, and after 3 days, Esther went before the king. With her heart pounding, Esther approached the king's throne. But instead of anger, King Xerxes welcomed her with a smile and asked what she desired. Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet where she would reveal her request. At the banquet, Esther revealed her true identity to the king and begged for her people's lives. She exposed Haman's plot, and the king, outraged, ordered Haman to be punished. Haman's plot was foiled, and he was hanged on the very gallows he had prepared for Mordecai. The king issued a new decree, allowing the Jews to defend themselves, and the Jewish people were saved.